In this video, you are going to learn how to create a responsive navigation bar using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Now, let's view the responsiveness to see how it is going to look like on both tablet and mobile devices. Right click on your browser, then click on Inspect. This is how it is going to look like on mobile devices. This is how it is going to look like on tablet devices. This is how it is going to look like on desktop devices. So let's get started and see how you can create this amazing navigation bar using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. In order to get started, firstly I'm going to rename my document as the name of the website that I wanted to create. So after the title, I'm going to link the CSS to the HTML and press enter. So after that, I'm going to give it the basic markup. So firstly, I'm going to give it a semantic tag of header. Then the header will be the container where we are going to house all other elements. So after the header, then I'm going to give it a nav class of navbar. Press enter. Then in the navbar, I'm going to have an h2 class of logo. Then in the logo, I'm going to write the name of the website. After the logo, I'm going to give it an unordered list. Then in the unordered list, I'm going to have the list tag. Then inside the list, I'm going to have an anchor tag. Then in the anchor tag, I'm going to write all the menu list. The first one is going to be home. I'm going to duplicate this section several times. So then I'm going to come to this section and change the home to about. This one is going to be contacts. Basically, I'm done with the basic markup of the website. So as you can see, I have my browser alongside my Visual Studio Code editor so that I can be seeing the live updates here. So then let's move on to the styling. Firstly, I'm going to select the universal selector and make sure I remove the default padding and margin. The margin is going to be 0. The padding is going to be 0 as well. The font family is going to be sans serif. Then the box sizing is going to be border box. So basically, you can see right now. Then I'm going to target the header. In the header, I'm going to give it a background of linear gradients. Then you are going to write to top, comma. Then the first color is going to be RGB 3, 184, 255. The second color is going to be black. Can you see? So in order for it to appear clearly, you are going to give it a width of 100% and height of 100 viewport high. Then everything is going to appear clearly. Can you see now? Now you have it here. So I'm going to target the Navbar class, give it a display of flex so that I can have the item side by side. Don't worry, you are going to see it right now when I change the color. So after that, I'm going to give it align item center. Then after the align item center, I'm going to give it justify content space between so that we can have space here and here. Can you see? So after that, I'm going to give it a padding of 20 pixels top and bottom. Then left and right is going to be 6%. Now after that, I'm going to give it a background of RGBA 0,0,0,0.5. Now this is going to be transparent a bit like this. This is the background that I wanted to give. Then I'm going to give it a border bottom of 1 pixel solid is going to be white, so that I can have white border at the bottom. Can you now see the white border? After the navbar, I'm going to target the logo class. So I'm going to give it a color of, after the color, I'm going to increase the font size to 30 pixel. Then the cursor is going to be pointer, so that when I click on it, the pointer can change. So after that, I'm going to target the navbar, the UL and the LI. So now let me show you what is happening here. So this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to target the another list, the LI and the navbar here. So that we can style it. Firstly, I'm going to give it a display inline block, so that, can you see, these items can be side by side. Then I'm going to give it a padding of 10 pixel top and bottom, left and right. Can you see the padding has been applied here? There are spaces in between. The list type, is going to be none. I'm going to copy this section right now. I'm going to paste it here. Then I'm going to include the anchor tag. Can you see? So after the navbar, UL, LI, then remain A. So I wanted to include A right now. So right now I'm going to style it. For that, the color is going to be white. Can you see that the color has changed? So after the color, I'm going to give it a font weight of both. So after the font weight, I'm going to give it a font size of 20 pixel. So after the font size of 20 pixel, I'm going to remove the text decoration. The text decoration is going to be none, so that I can remove the underline. Can you see? So I'm also going to give it a padding of 10 pixel top and bottom, left and right as well. Now I'm going to give it a border radius of 5 pixel. So I'm going to give it a background of transparent. I'm going to give it a transition of 0.6 seconds easing out. When we over on this section, all the effects will be applied. So this is the full view of the website we are trying to create. So let's continue. So after that, I'm going to paste this section again, Ctrl V. So then when I over on it, that is when I place my cursor on it, the background is going to be this color above. Now let's copy this color above. This is the background that I wanted to apply. So I'm going to copy this color code that we have used earlier on. So I'm going to paste it here. So the color is going to be black. The color of the text is going to be black, so that you can see it clearly what is going on. So now when I over on it, it transitions smoothly. Can you see? So now basically we are done with the desktop version. So now we wanted to make it responsive on all devices, both on tablets and on mobile devices. So in order to do that, firstly we are going to need an hamburger icon. So we are going to come back to the index file. So firstly I wanted to create a div class of hamburger. I wanted to add the hamburger icon here. So I'm going to use the HTML entity. So this is the code. I'm going to write and hashtag 9776. So this is the color code for an HTML entity. And let's style it. Don't worry, you are going to see the color right now. So firstly, I'm going to target the class of hamburger. I'm going to change the color so that you can see the color. The color is going to be white. So I'm going to give it a font size of 30 pixel so that it can be bold and big. So then font weight bold also. Font weight is going to be bold. So can you see? After that, I'm going to give it a background of yellow. So I'm going to give it a padding of 5 pixel top and bottom, then 15 pixel left and right. Can you see? So I'm going to give it a border radius of 5 pixel. We can have rounded corners. Can you see? Now let's view it on the full screen. This is what is going on so far. So now, since you've understand, now I'm going to change the color of this hamburger to black. So I only want you to see it so that you can understand. So the color is going to be black right now. So I'm going to hide this hamburger icon. It is only going to show on the mobile devices. I'm going to write display none. In order to hide it, can you see it has been hidden? It's no longer showing on the page, but it is still there. So I'm going to show it when we get to the mobile devices. Now let's go to the responsiveness. So I'm going to write the media queries. I'm going to type at media max width 500 pixel. When it gets to 500 pixel and below, the following effect is going to be applied. So firstly, I'm going to give the Navbar class a display block including the hamburger. So dot navbar and the hamburger class. So I'm going to give it a display block. You know, initially we set it to display none, so it's going to be display block. Can you see it is now showing currently? So now I'm going to target the navbar and the unordered list. So I wanted to set up the mobile menu. So firstly, I'm going to give it a position of fixed. Top is going to be 90 pixel. Right is going to be 0. Then I'm going to give it a width of 100%. Then a display flex. Then flex direction is going to be column. Text align is going to be center. The background is going to be RGBA. This color code. Then I'm going to give it a padding of 20 pixel top and bottom, and left and right. So I'm also going to give it a transition of 0.6 seconds easing out. We are done with this section. Now let's move on to the index file. So we are going to use JavaScript to toggle the hamburger menu. So I'm going to write script. So in the script tag, I'm going to declare a variable. So I'm going to say let hamburger equal to document dot query selector. I'm going to target the hamburger class. It's going to be dot hamburger. Then I'm going to terminate it here to end the statement. Then I'm going to move to the next line. So I'm going to write hamburger equal to document dot add event listener. The event is going to be a click event, that is when it is click. So I'm going to write a double quotes click comma open bracket and close bracket. So I'm going to give it an arrow function, then curly brackets. I'm going to write document dot query selector. Then I'm going to target the navbar class this time around, so that when the hamburger icon is clicked, the navbar menu will display. Dot class list dot toggle active. So it's going to toggle active. So double quotes, I'm going to write active. So when it is clicked, it is going to display. I wanted to declare the active class here in the CSS as well as hide this section, so that it is only going to show when I click on this icon. So firstly, here I'm going to write, instead of write 0, I'm going to write right. It's going to be minus 100%. So I'm going to target the navbar dot active, and the unordered list is going to be right 0. When I click on this hamburger icon, can you see the mobile menu is going to appear? As you can see, it slides in from the right hand side to the left hand side. So this is how you can create a responsive navigation bar using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. If you really enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also turn on the post notification bell, so that each time I upload a new video like this, you'll be the first person to be updated. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.